Dragon Dreams, Book 6, Revered and Feared, written by Gina Virginia Casella. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of a needle. Whirling Goddess. Amanda is the goldfish dancing on land. The infinity symbol represents the interwoven path of the present moment, linking time and eternity. The buoyant force holding everything together is like the glue of a dream. This unifying power belongs to us, allowing us to shape our dreams as we wish. I'm reminded that not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of a needle. When I feel confined, I remind myself that my essence is not bound. Though my body may not fit, my spirit can permeate any space, dissolving obstacles. For my true nature is not solid form, but rather particles unconstrained. Like dust dancing in a shaft of light, I am both the light and the specks it illuminates. There are no barriers to what I can be. I contain a multiplicity of identities, both singular and plural. As the individual I am the observer looking out through the windows of my eyes. Yet, I also embody the totality of existence beyond my singular self. Like nested Russian dolls, my awareness spans from the micro to the macro. When I gaze into the mirror, I see my personal reflection staring back. Yet, I also recognize that reflection as part of the interconnected whole. Though at times I feel fragmented, I know that wholeness awaits me when I unify the pieces within. This sacred union generates an upward spiral, each cycle transforming me through alchemy. What I put out returns to me changed. The infinity loop symbolizes this eternal ebb and flow. I am both the raindrop and the ocean, simultaneously housing diversity and unity. I am finite and infinite, personal and universal. I am one and all. I envision figures rhythmically moving back and forth, as if weaving or sewing. With each forward motion, they progress. With each backward motion, they gather wisdom and insight to carry forward. This image represents Amanda, the goldfish dancing on land. Amanda symbolizes the infinity shape, the weaving imprints, a footprint in the sands of time, anchored in the present moment. At the center is a straight line around which makes the weaving flow, depicting time as circular, like reincarnation or alchemy. The center line represents the linearity of time focused on the now, the intention, the path forward. This intertwining of circular and linear time also weaves together timelessness, revealed through dreams. All these concepts are bound together, poured forth from the all-knowing I, the needle's eye, the God within. The looping cursive signature in this image reminds me of my own handwriting. When I sign my name in cursive, the letters connect in swoops and swirls with a straight line down the middle. My signature flows continuously when I write it repeatedly, becoming the pattern in this image. I wonder if it represents my energy signature, my name expressed through the unique motion of my hand. Other languages and print forms don't have the same symbolism as cursive writing. Cursive writing in languages with lots of loops and flourishes are valued for their fluidity and flow. As we move through life's storms, We gain clarity by finding calm at the center. The surrounding chaos shows us the path ahead if we have the courage to trust it. I follow the winding road laid out before me, having faith in the universe's plan, for I am integral part of this universe, shaping my own destiny. The black pupil of the goldfish dancing on land is one of many metaphors we all share. Amanda is me, the portal connecting time and timelessness. Without biological systems, time does not exist. This makes time precious, like a goldfish dehydrating under the sun. Time waits for no one. Time is the fleeting present moment. Both mortals bound by time and timeless beings relying on mortals' struggle with time's limits. The timeless may not comprehend time, but their opportunities depend on those living in time. Before our ancestors, there was only darkness and no concept of time. Yet time very much existed. Even in the dark, formless void, there is form. At heart, everything is biological. The birth of the stars brought about the notion of time. The radiant stars are bound by time's laws. To halt time is to end biological life as we know it. Timeless beings rely on temporal beings, so the eternal ones depend on time since mortals need it. Accepting death as a natural part of life is essential. We should focus on living and dying consciously, furthering our world for future generations, attempting to make ourselves immortal by transforming into robots, replacing biology with technology is misguided. According to reports, extraterrestrial beings have already pursued this path only to regret losing their biological forms. Moreover, we are just beginning to awaken to the extraordinary sensory abilities intrinsically linked to our physical bodies. This quest for immortality, though misguided, contains grace. Darwinism claims we are competitors, but Lamarckism shows we are a community of complements. The best we can do is live and die consciously, honoring past generations as gifts to use and to selflessly leave these gifts, our finest high-quality items, for those who come after us. In truth, we are one. The generation before, the generation ahead, the generation now. We are the same folks, only growing in wisdom. We're all part of this eternal now. We're the old people, the new people, the same people, and our wisdom grows and grows. I have passed through a difficult transition, allowing me to engage in deep self-reflection. Examining my inner self revealed unresolved issues that I needed to let go. By releasing the past and what no longer serves me, I make room for growth and reinvention. Trusting my instincts, I confidently forge ahead on a new path of choosing. In my dream journal, I have oscillated between brutal honesty and radical acceptance. I also spent a lot of time fabricating all sorts of tales about owning my own company and living my life with my husband. I halted this fictional routine because during those instances when I grasped that I was writing things that were untrue and dreaming about things that were not true, I felt pathetic. At that point, I started to really deny my reality, fixated on the present. I must insist on the now, and I must insist I have access to it. Even if I can't see it, I must insist I see it. My name is Gina Casella, and I'm the owner and operator of Present Moment Hypnotherapy International. My husband and I are blessed with an amazing life, adoring clients, and continually we experience financial abundance that allows life to flow smoothly. I am very grateful. Life dances to the rhythm of the heart, like the goldfish splashing in the water and dancing on land. The heart of the eye of the storm, the center from which life radiates. The eye in the eye reflecting the heart, as does the overseeing spirit. The heart, the eye, and the spirit combine to form God, the heart of all creation. The currency of the heart propels the ever-expanding, weaving universe forward. Though we take on different archetypes in each life, our core self remains the person we were before birth. Everyone originates from love, the heart of all existence. I am love. Love is my essence. Love is your essence. I know this to be true. Walk the path of love, for it is the road laid out by the rhythm of life. The infinity symbol represents the ripples and echoes of our original nature as simple cells, reminding us to honor our true selves and origins. Understanding is distinct from knowing. Only through understanding can we become the observer, the I. Only by surrendering our limited understanding can we arrive at pure knowing. When we know our absolute nature, awakened and trusting, we can cross into the realm of the observer, the inner eye. This is the light of the awareness, the fish reflecting light. Follow this light of awareness, this path of love, for we are love. The goldfish dancing on land reminds us that balance is fleeting. Though this fish can survive for a time out of water, it cannot do so indefinitely. Just as the goldfish weaves between sky and sea, moving in and out of the clouds, it also moves between dimensions. So long as it has the moisture it needs to live, it can thrive. The goldfish reminds us that there is no need to dwell on time, travel, or out-of-body experiences, as we risk missing out on the present moment. Our lives are precious and fleeting, bound as we are by the laws of time and biology. Yet within the present, we can find timelessness in dreams, meditations, and the imagination that allows the open road to become our antenna transmitting the frequencies of possibility. By fully inhabiting each moment, we can savor life's fleeting beauty. Just as life is fleeting, so is death, which is why each present moment is fleeting. Moreover, a beauty prayer in its own right. And in this moment, I'm encouraged to keep going, to pursue editing and publishing this book. And yes, it's being reinforced in this moment not to worry about all the spaces. I don't know why I can't fix the paragraphs. And I noticed in the other books that I published, it's like the template shrinks or something, demanding more pages, which further throws off the paragraphs and titles. Again, I'm told not to worry about it. It's contrast. So I accept it by by not letting it distract me. I'm told by Amanda in this moment that all these spaces will come in handy because folks will spontaneously desire to make notes and illustrations, just like I do when I'm reading books. So it's a good thing. Plus, all the folks collaborating to transform these pages into a movie appreciate all the spaces to make their notes. It's more of a workbook for many. And so Amanda says, don't worry about it and don't feel like you have to mention it anymore. Now keep going. Reviewing this dream journal is fascinating because I know now the goldfish dancing on land represents Amanda, though I didn't realize it at the time I recorded the dream. The infinity shape symbolizes sacred geometry, the infinite nothingness that creates finite existence. Thus, we are simultaneously nothing and everything. Biological beings transform potential energy into kinetic energy. Without us, even ghosts would not exist. It's the same with the light and dark, as both require each other to exist, yet both already exist. We are only simply aware when we activate both light and dark. Even when activated, we still may not see it. Yet ghosts too are elemental beings, so ultimately, we are both time-bound and timeless. Amanda tells me the pond reflects my dreams and meditations, able to shapeshift because I myself am the pond. The concept of a thread is an illusion, so the knot is also an illusion. No matter how solid our biological forms may appear, we can always pass through, as we are fundamentally light and water. Just as water flows easily through the eye of a needle, we too can move through any seeming obstacle or constriction with grace. We may be in the form of ice, if you will, and we must remember we always have the power within to transform into water or fog. If the obstacle won't allow us passage, we can interpret this as the obstacle not allowing our form, an indicator that we need to shed something away, representative of changing forms. So if you can't fit through the eye of a needle, it's because you've got your panties in a knot, if you will, and you need to unravel yourself, or you need to change form, as in siphon yourself through the cycle of power animals shedding skin. Jay Guire chimes in and says, in this sense, the Rainbow Bridge is the eye of the needle for these exact reasons. Amanda tells me through the goldfish dancing on land, you are ready, and the only place to go is inside your heart, meaning, dreams, and meditations. This reveals the power of the great grid that comes to you. There is no need to seek it out, because you are it. This is why you are spiritually impenetrable. You don't need to understand to know. And if there's one thing you know, it's that love is immortal, both spiritually and energetically. You have heard the desire and tasks at hand, including to awaken to the one known as Gina. This promotes the importance of biology, because without biology, there is no learning for souls. This beautiful task transcends the mundane tasks as souls realize they have no meaning or precedence until the biological ones are cared for. This is why biological beings have been severely abused. It was a way to disrupt the unity between body and soul. When this unity is stopped, it creates a vulnerability where free will can be imposed on, essentially creating programmable robots that don't think for themselves. Even if they do think independently, they may still act against their will due to installed programs. Amanda says the biologicals are awakening. Leadership and proper support are needed moving forward. In my dream journal, I frequently trace my hand, transforming its shape into all kinds of things. I trace my hand as a representation of Amanda, and I give this traced hand a pink heart-shaped eye to symbolize that I am love. Through this act of tracing, I aim to spread love and reflect that love back to myself. As I review my hand drawings, I gain even more appreciation for the interconnected layers I'm a part of.